You're dealing with a guy named Putin. The other day, Putin and them are talking to each other, and it's like, hey, who called who? Because this whole story about Putin and Trump envoy hold productive meeting on Ukraine as U.S. deadline nears. He still hasn't finished, so you want him to show joy and peace? You can't show that. You can have it internally, but you got to keep it to yourself. When you're raising your kids and you have boys, you got to still show toughness. So this story comes out that, Russia issues nuclear weapons warning, no limits. And then Putin is asked the question on this meeting that they're going to be having. I'll read it to you, and I want Rob, if you can find a clip. So President Putin met with Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff in Moscow on Wednesday, when Putin's foreign policy advisor, Yuri Ushakov, stated Russia had conveyed signals to the American side on the Ukraine issue and received corresponding signals from Trump describing the 3-hour meeting as productive. The meeting, also attended by senior Russian officials, Kirill Dmitriev, focused on Ukrainian prospects for Russia-U.S. strategic cooperation as Washington presses for a ceasefire before Trump's Friday deadline. Despite the talks, Trump imposed an additional 25% tariff on India for buying Russian oil, citing they're fueling the Russian war machine. So, Rob, if you can play the clip that you have, this is President Putin being asked about the meeting. Go for it.
Ради Бога, извините, что прерываю такую интеллектуальную экскурсию, но в свете последних новостей о вашей будущей встрече с Трампом, уточните, а кто был инициатором этого саммита?
Заинтересованность была проявлена с обеих сторон. Кто там какое слово сказал первым, это уже не имеет значения.
А можете уточнить, Юрий Шустов, ваш помощник, сказал, что она будет на следующей неделе, скорее всего. А где? Хотя бы намекнуть место.
У нас много друзей, которые готовы нам помочь организовать мероприятия подобного рода. Вот один из друзей, президент Объединенных Арабских Эмиратов. Я думаю, что мы решим, но это было бы одним из вполне подходящих мест.
А что с Зеленским? С ним встреча будет?
Я уже говорил неоднократно, что я ничего в целом не имею против, это возможно, но для этого должны быть созданы определенные условия.
You can pause it right there. So, when I had the president on the podcast, I played a clip where I said, Mr. President, here's the only time I've ever seen you get emotional. Do you remember that, Rob, in the podcast when I showed it to him?
Yes.
And I'm showing him the clip. I don't know if you remember.
I love that. I love that clip.
Yeah. I showed him the clip, and I noticed that, Rob, is there a way you can find that
I'm going to
clip
find it right now.
I'm showing him the clip, and I'm like, it looks like you're getting emotional because you're speechless on the way the audience is reacting to you. And I said, can you please watch this? So he watches this, and you see him go like this. He crosses his arms, and he's watching it. Mm-hmm. You can tell he's holding back, okay? You can tell he's holding back as he's getting emotional when I'm showing this clip.
What did you ask him at that point?
I wanted to see if there was going to be an element of him showing the vulnerable side of him for America to fall in love with the fact that this man also has feelings and emotion. His life is also hard. It's when I talked about the fact that a father goes through three. Yeah, this is it. Can you back up a little bit, Rob?
Yep.
You're so good at finding this stuff, Rob. Go back a little bit.
I love this.
Watch this. And I just want you to see his body language. Can you go back when I start saying it? Go ahead. Watch this. To you. And I said, wow. Okay, this is South Dakota. So this is Rapid City, South Dakota. You're speaking. And all of a sudden you have this moment. If you can play this clip, I want to get a reaction to this. Go for it, Rob.
And help build America into the greatest nation in the history of the world.
That music.
This is when he was going through it.
I hope it shows.
If that music
Look at
his
like he's really like,
look at it. You see it?
reflecting. Emotional.
Like what he's done for the country.
Some people would be crying right now.
No, he is crying.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Exactly.
No, let it keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Look at his arms crossed.
Look at his arms.
Well, let me explain. So, I think I'm the only politician that ever spoke to music before, and I do that sometimes at the end
you
of
can
some
pause
of the
it.
rallies.
I wish we could show the video while he's watching himself because his arms weren't crossed.
He started doing
He's holding himself back, and he knows he can't show it. You know why he can't show it? Let me explain to you why. He's in a, again, this is my analysis, so it could be fully off. In that mode, he knows deep down inside it's love and joy, and he wants to show emotion. But he knows he can't show it to his enemies. You cannot show that you have that. They can only see the psycho side of you. You cannot show love. You have to sometimes show a little bit of anger and pride. You have to. That's used every once in a while for them to know you're crazy. You ever seen that scene with Christopher Walken in The Line when he's telling that story?
Oh, I love it.
Have you ever
Which
seen
movie?
Rob, type in Christopher Walken Lion.
Oh.
You ever seen this?
Oh, Adam's gonna love it.
Let me tell you, Rob. If you go on. So this is the part about
Lion.
that's the
Wait,
one, Rob.
it might be
That's the
an
one.
X,
Let
Rob.
the commercial go.
You know.
This validates what he had to do. If you is that the
I don't know. Is it
is it this part? Is that the scene? Oh, listen. The audience has to
Oh, yes.
see
yes.
the line speak.
But
I have
this is in
it.
the
I'm
movie,
sending it to Rob.
the pool movie.
Rob, I just texted it to you.
You talking about from the one on X?
Rob, just make sure. I'm almost positive that's it.
You know, she's not just another notch on your
Yeah,
belt.
Robbie, that's it.
That's
it.
not the one.
I sent
Like,
it-
terrible
I sent it-
timing, Adam.
Yeah,
But this
Pat.
is a different. Watch this one here.
This one.
Watch this
right?
one here.
Ooh.
This is.
This is it.
Watch this.
Pool hall junkies.
Eso. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Wow.
Pause it.
What a freaking scene.
You can't. So
Christopher
as much
Walken.
as you as a leader are going through a love and joy mode, your enemies can't see it. If they see it, they will exploit it. So as much as he may be internally there, you have to stay in psycho mode right now. He cannot show any of that. And I think he is so aware of it. And when he snapped at Elon, he knew he had to show everybody, hey guys, I know you're thinking you're the reason why I got elected. I'm the one that took the freaking 3 bullets.
I'm the lion.
I'm the one that the bullets were shot at me. I'm the one that 3 times in my life, not you. I'm the one that at 70 years old, I decided to campaign. None of you guys were supporting me. You guys are all standing here. I'm the one that Tulsi was against, JD was against, Rubio was against, RFK was against, Elon was against. I'm that guy. And then you guys have joined my team. I'm the lion. He can't show that. He has to show anger at times. He has to show pride at times. He has to be unpredictable at times. And he gets it.
So
he understands this. So when they're having this whole thing with Putin, they're going back and forth.
Putin, exactly.
Yeah,
Because Putin's a lion as well.
he is.
With zero emotion.
He is. He totally is. But I'm telling you, I'm convinced also Putin's at a level right now where the level of mutual respect is there. There's no question about it. And the only thing that Putin has an edge over Trump is one thing. He knows Trump's got 3.5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And Putin does not. Putin knows what's going on with election. Rob, what is this one here?
This is Peter Doocy explaining how the the Trump-Putin meeting came about yesterday at the White House.
Let's see.
Earlier today in Moscow, Steve Witkoff was told by Vladimir Putin that Putin wants to meet at some point with Trump. Witkoff then relayed that message to the president, who is open to it, the possibility of a meeting as soon as next week, if the result of that meeting will be an end to the war in Ukraine. We know that President Trump was on a phone call with Volodymyr Zelensky and some European leaders. He shared this with all of them. We don't know exactly where in the world it would be. It could be anywhere. Could be at the White House. Could be in a neutral country like Qatar or Switzerland or something, the people that normally host things like this. And I have a statement from Caroline Leavitt, hot off the presses. Haven't seen this anywhere. It says, as President Trump said earlier today on Truth Social, great progress was made during Special Envoy Witkoff's meeting with President Putin. The Russians expressed their desire to meet with President Trump, and the president is open to meeting with both President Putin and President Zelensky. President Trump wants this brutal war to end. And so the emphasis there is on the Russians making this request, but President Trump obviously being open enough to it that there could be a global summit between Putin, Trump, and Zelensky as soon as next week. But there's also a possibility that it slides, and there's also a possibility that it never happens.
Okay. So what do you think? You think any progress is going to be made here? Because just last week, what did President Trump do? Oh, you're going to be doing this? No problem. I'm pulling up 2 of my nuclear subs to be right by you. Yeah, you have that? Go ahead and play this clip.
Nuclear submarine.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had to do that. We just have to be careful. And a threat was made, and we didn't think it was appropriate, so I have to be very careful. So I do that on the basis of safety for our people. A threat was made by a former president of Russia, and we're going to protect our people.
Good. That's how you react to it. Tom, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I love how the president speaks. He used the word careful twice. He used the word threat 3 times. So it was not brash saying they're not coming to the negotiating table. I got to let them know who's in charge. That's not what he said. A threat was made. We didn't think it was appropriate. We need to be careful. So in the news, the headlines from the liberal left would have you believe this is an unhinged president, and here he goes again. But what really is happening is he's taking a very measured, thoughtful, step-by-step approach to what's going on. And what happens 4 days after the subs move?
What happened after?
We just saw the clip. You know, maybe we'll meet here, maybe we'll meet. And by the way, when Peter Ducey says Qatar, half the media says Qatar, the other half says Qatar.
Qatar, yeah.
Right.
So lazy.
So it's, well, there was an ambassador during the Gulf War that corrected the American media and said it's pronounced Qatar. And so most of the old school media says Qatar. So when you hear that, that's people that are reacting to that. But I thought it was very measured. I really like the leadership that it shows. And
will anything happen? That's the question. Will anything happen
okay,
here?
So I'll go to that. I think we're going to get a summit. Because, look, conscription is happening. Both Zelensky, Ukraine, and Russia are losing the hearts of their people because of conscription, the people that they're having to haul off in the vans. And they have the issues that America had in 1969 with the draft, right? And people protesting the draft in the Kent State, the 4 students that were shot by the National Guard in Kent State. So they have issues and reasons, both economic, local politics, to come together. And I think that all of the wins that Trump has been having, Pat, is making him stronger on the world stage. All of these trade wins are made with governments. He's winning with governments. And so I believe the body language, everything I'm seeing here, my opinion, I think we're going to get a summit. And I think Trump is going to be the arbiter in the middle of that summit.
But Tom, here's my question to you, though, and Adam, sorry to cut you off. But Tom, and I know where Pat's going. It's, do you think, okay, they're in the room. It's Trump, it's Zelensky, it's Putin. What has to be on? Because I personally don't feel Putin's going to budge at all. Putin's that guy. His attitude is going to be, listen, I told you guys, stop pushing NATO. Don't push the. You guys said you weren't going to move an inch. You guys are keep doing this. Everybody's kind of teaming up against us. And I warned you. I told you guys not to do it. You guys forced my hand. So I think Zelensky's going to have to bow down and
I agree with that. Do you think Zelensky's gaining or losing energy and power right now?
He's losing not only support, he's losing the energy. I think it's over because especially with Trump and now, Zelensky's not this, this force this. Like, remember they were showing him at the
Go
Oscars.
Google Zelensky to be replaced. There's been factions in the government there that are talking about forcing a replacement of Zelensky. So he has got little stories that are leaking out now from his own government about it. And I agree with you. I don't think Putin backs down
At all.
I think Putin will accommodate, but he's got to keep his strongman persona because he's never going to give that up.
Yeah.
And I think Zelensky's the one that backs down, but he doesn't just
Well,
cave
let me
in.
tell
Want to
you,
see?
Yeah, let me tell you, if I'm Putin and Zelensky comes and pulls off an act the way that he did, Putin's not going to take it the same way Trump's going to take it. I mean, it's just not going to happen that way. If he comes up and he behaves the way that he did,
Like this attitude.
and he gives
freaking-
all the
oh.
attitude and acts like a diva, not dressed in a suit, all the bullshit stuff that he does, I'm at a point that Trump's camp is talking to Zelensky to say, you better get your act together or else I'm going to put a 50% tariff on you. And you better put on a suit. You better look sharp. You better come ready or else. I swear to God, if you pull off an escapade the way you did with us at the White House, I'm going to destroy you. I have a feeling that message needs to be given to Zelensky. If Zelensky doesn't hear that and he comes and does that to Putin, it's going to be like, I don't trust Trump anymore. You don't care. You can't get your guy in check. I think there needs to be something like that happening, and I think that'll prevent Putin from wanting to be a part of it.
I agree with that. And I think all Putin needs is a wink from the West, and he will go do what he's wanted to do. Do you think he can't take Zelensky out on any given Tuesday?
For sure.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the
You
next
want to
story.
see, just real quick?
Yeah.
You want to see liberals lose their mind? Have Trump work out a peace deal with Russia and Ukraine and win a Nobel Peace Prize. They will lose their mind because most of the liberals out there, and especially the establishment, is obviously pro-Ukraine, rooting for Zelensky. Imagine if Trump brokers this deal. He's already been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize by Netanyahu. By the way, Cambodia and Thailand, they were just about to go to war. He ended that real quick. We almost forgot there was a nuclear war between India and Pakistan. Trump ended that real quick. No Nobel Peace Prize. Obama got one within his first year for being what? A cool black guy?
For making
Respect.
a speech in Berlin for 500,000 people.
So if he can pull this off and get a Nobel Peace
He is gonna
Prize
get it.
and say, you think he is?
Oh, he's gonna get it. Let me tell you, man.
You're acting like it's a guarantee.
No, I'm saying that because if you don't, it is such a humiliating look on them to not recognize. They don't have a choice but to have to give it to him to gain some credibility.
We'll see.
If you don't, it is absolutely embarrassing if they don't do that.
Well, what did we learn from Stephen Colbert, CBS?
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
they'll just double down.
No, but you have to,
on what
But let me tell you,
their side wants.
the market speaks, and the market's at a point right now where dumb ideas and terrible approach to business is getting exposed. You better get your act together. Every year, folks, there's threats. When you're in business, when you're building your business, whatever you're doing. This year, we are releasing our annual Top 20 Threat Report coming up at a free webinar on August 19, 6 p.m. with a white paper that will be given to everybody. These are threats that we personally go through ourselves. We now have grown our business the last couple of years from 20 employees, 30 employees to now 164 full-time employees. This is not ICs. This is not independent contractors. I'm talking that's on the Valuetainment side. And then on the PHV side, we're dealing with a complete different threats. So we're simply taking all of those threats and we're sharing it with you to be ready with it. Some of it is evergreen threats. Some of it is emerging green. Some of it is black swan threats. But it's things that you need to know about. So if you haven't yet registered for this, I think I'm saying this for the first time today, but maybe you've seen some of the ads other places. Go to vtwebinar.com. Again, vtwebinar.com. Sign up for it. Anybody that's on there at the end of it, we will give the white paper of the 20 threats to all of you. Again, go to vtwebinar.com, register for it, and we'll share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.